Yes, yes, yes. Here we go. Thank you for being here. I'm just getting a few things set up, and we're going to do something kind of cool tonight. So, just give me a moment here. Thank you guys. I appreciate you being here. I know short notice. At least I think I gave you a slight warning, but hey, I know you have busy lives, as we all do. And I have something else tonight. Check this out, guys. I have a chat panel up and running so we can look at some chat. I want to make that go away. How do I do that? Maybe I can't do that. All right, that's fine. That's fine. You know what? Hey, dude. Hey, Grayscale. What's up, bro? Nice to hear from you again. I'm glad you're here. Very, very cool. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing an unboxing, which I'm gonna get to pretty soon. Um, I wanted to wait just a moment so we can get a few more people with us gathered together around the old campfire. But until then, I wanted to tell you a story. It was really funny. I believe, yeah. It was I believe my sophomore year in college, and my roommate Joel. I come back from Christmas break, and he surprised me with counterparts tickets in Dallas at the Reunion Arena, I believe. And let's see, do I have that CD over here? Probably do. Hold on, let me see if I can find my counterpart CD. There's only like 1,000 Rush CDs over here, so nope, that's Vapor Trails. Yeah, you can tell I'm really highly prepared right now. Point is, I wanted to show you my concert ticket. So yeah, I come back from Christmas break, and he surprises me with counterparts tickets. Like, it was amazing. And Joel's always done that. Joel, thank you. And Joel, in fact, surprised me again. Talk about full circle. So of course that year was, I believe, like '94, yeah, thereabouts. Counterparts tour, but now about 20, 30 years later, I'm bad at math. Um, he surprised me again with Dream Theater tickets, and so next week, next Friday, I'm gonna be going down seeing him. He lives down in Texas, and then we're gonna drive down to Houston to see Dream Theater. He just out of the blue, and I think he dropped me a quick text. He says, "Hey, you want to see Dream Theater?" And I, of course, said yes. And then he bought the tickets and surprised me. The next thing I heard from him was a link showing me the actual image of the ticket. Of course, it's all virtual now, and that's the crux of my story. The story goes like this: so we have our tickets, and they're in hand, and I can't wait to see Rush. And I've already seen them once for the Roll the Bones tour. That was my first time. I saw Rush in Worcester, Mass. Of course, if you actually look at the word Worcester, it's spelt like Worcester. All right, it's Massachusetts. It's kind of like in the middle of Massachusetts. Of course, you have Cape Cod out here on the coast, but the big box rectangle section, Worcester or Worcester, as we call it, Worcester is right in the middle. And that was my first Rush concert, Roll the Bones, and I was on Alex's side of the stage, just up above him, and my view was spectacular. Alex was just right there, and I was just kind of above him, no obstructions, beautiful view of the stage from his side of the stage, and so that was Roll the Bones. And what was cool about Roll the Bones was they still had the Presto rabbits out there, and yeah, I was just making sure I'm good here. They still had the Presto rabbits out there, and so that was actually kind of cool to see the bunnies or the rabbits from Presto. There we go. I had to make sure I had audio levels. So, all right. So yeah, that was Roll the Bones. So fast forward, he surprises me with counterparts tickets, and we're on our way. It's the big day. All right, and he had a Honda Accord, the kind with the old flip-up lights, if you remember that model. And we're taking turns driving. I had always had the worst, crappiest cars in high school. The worst. All right, jalopies. I still drive a jalopy. I'm not a guy whose ego is boosted by a nice car. I just need to get from point A to point B. Would I like one? Yeah, of course, who wouldn't, right? But I'm happy and sufficient with what I have. I always have been. Save for the fact, though, I'm going to get back to counterparts. I have always wanted, ever since, say, Ghost Rider, and reading that book, I want a BMW motorcycle. It is a dream of mine to have a BMW motorcycle. Um, I want to be able to tour and just go out west and go, travel some of the roads that Neil used to drive. And I want a BMW someday. If things align, I'll get one. And of course, I mentioned this recently in the comments. I kind of have to learn how to drive a motorcycle first. All right, so details. But once I get past that detail, I'm going to ride my BMW and it's going to be epic. Alan, what's up, brother? I'm glad you're here, man. Hey, so, guys, hopefully you can see it. You should be able to see it. Right there on the screen, I have the chat window this time. Look at that. We're already doing upgrades, right? This almost looks like something that's semi real. So anyway, yeah, Alan, great to hear from you, man. I love that you're here, brother. And hey, guys, if you're watching, hey, join the chat. Say hello. I want to say hello to you. Big day. On the way to Dallas. And we're going down to see Rush. Sweet. Hey, Alan. And we are... All right, so I went to school at a small private Christian school in kind of the northwestern part of Arkansas. Well, it's called Harding University. I don't mind saying where I went to school. It's a great little school. So I'm going to Harding University. That's where Joel and I met. Joel's from Texas. I'm from the Northeast. We met up in, of all places, Arkansas. And Arkansas is not that bad of a place, by the way. It's really not. And a lot of people, most people, they only know Arkansas because of who? Bill Clinton, right? Maybe Billy Bob Thornton. There's a couple of famous people that came out, but anyway, going to Harding. So we're literally through the state. If Harding's up here in the northwest corner, we have to go diagonally all the way to the southeast. Oh, I am so horrible. If you've ever watched my Zelda videos, you know how horrible I am at east-west. And let me tell this story real quick. Growing up in the Northeast of America, of the States, right? Grew up in... Kevin, hey, brother. I'm glad you're here, man. Yeah, Kevin. I believe Kevin, weren't you saying that you missed coming this last time? Dude, I'm glad you're here. Awesome, man. So yeah, I grew up in New England, and I am so directionally challenged to an embarrassing level. And here's why. I grew up on the eastern side of the old Mason-Dixon line. Actually, that's southwest. I told you I'm horrible at this. Point is, to me, all of America is to the west. It's always to the west. Here's what's funny. So I go to school in Arkansas, my university, my college, and someone would say, hey, we got to head over to Nashville. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's out west from here. No, it's to the east. In my mind, everything's to the west. When you're on Cape Cod, the arm that sticks out of the United States, right? You're on like the easternmost part of the U.S. It's possible Florida and Maine, but you got me. We're literally, we're as close to England as you can get. And because of that, I am so turned around. So let me rephrase. I went to school in the northeastern part of Arkansas. Jeez. I have had so many flubs of directionally challenged moments, like when I'm playing my Zelda games and in my videos. I've talked about it many times that I'm horrible at it. But I digress. So we have to travel down to we have to get to Dallas. We're all the way through most of it, headed toward Texarkana, which is the border between, it sounds like it, right? Texarkana. Texarkana is that border town between Texas and Arkansas. And we're almost there, and then I'm like, dude, I think I was in the passenger seat. I said to Joel, I look over, he's driving. I'm like, I don't have my ticket. Paper tickets, right? It's not like it's digital on a phone. Paper tickets. Oh my goodness, we had to turn around. Hour and a half plus back to school, run into my dorm room, get my paper ticket to see Rush counterparts, jump back in the Honda Accord, and just blaze our way down to Texas. We did make the concert, but that was such a moment, right? Forgetting my Rush ticket. I mean, how could I? But I did. And man, Joel was very kind about that. Thank you, Joel. He always has been in all my intricate, what's that word? Anyway, the little parts of my personality that aren't perfect. Yeah. But that's what friends do. And, friends, we're very forgiving, right? At least we should be. Okay. None of us are perfect. We all have little flaws and weirdnesses about us. And therefore, let's all just be like, hey, I don't care for this term, but you do you. You probably heard that recently, right? Anyway, so there's my Rush counterparts story. Forgetting my ticket like a bonehead. Not as bad, of course, as not buying that guitar in Vegas. I told that last time. Yeah. So, but we did see Rush. We saw counterparts. Was it nosebleeds? I can't quite remember. But the point is, yeah, we saw counterparts. It was fantastic. Now, the next time I saw Rush was Test for Echo Tour. All right, so I saw 3 in a row. Starting with Roll the Bones, counterparts, then Test for Echo. By that point, I was just about to get married. I got married in 1996. And guys, if you're just joining, thank you for being here. Kevin, Alan, and Liam, thank you for being here. And I know there's more of you here, but join the chat if you want to. And now that's California. Hey, congratulations, Alan. I just bought a ton of stuff. Oh, awesome, Kevin. Hey, what brand did you get? Dude, you live in Dallas? Cool. I'm just now catching up with your stuff. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I'm headed to Houston next week to see Dream Theater. So I'm going to be down your way. I'm going to kind of pass by you, but because Joel lives in College Station. And then we're going to drive down to Houston. But awesome, dude. You live down in Dallas. I have seen so much Rush in Texas, it's ridiculous. Okay? Like I mentioned, counterparts, Test for Echoes, but then Snakes and Arrows I've seen there, and 1 or 2 others too. So I've seen a lot of Rush in Texas. Rush has always been amazing about playing Texas, right? Dallas, Houston, possibly Austin, and maybe some other places. But, they always hit 2 or 3 big cities, big towns in Texas, which is great because, again, I went to college in Arkansas. So I'm right above you. That's where I went to school, dude. And then it's, that's where we could go. And really, it's because Arkansas, little podunk state that it is, it wasn't until many years later that they got their own arena in Little Rock. And therefore, some big names started coming there. Heck, my daughter even saw Harry Styles there. So that was, life-changing for her, but a big deal for a lot of people. Zildjian, Sabian, and really, all 3. So Kevin's saying, well, you guys, hopefully, hey, let me know something. We got the chat window on the screen, right? Are you able to easily read that on your stream? Let me know. Again, this is a test of this, and if it's not completely, then I can resize it some. I mean, insider baseball, but I want this to be something functional that you guys can read. So give me some feedback, please. Can you guys read that as part of your stream? It looks kind of small. So if you can't, I can make some adjustments. See, I'm going to see Dream Theater also. I know Portnoy's back. So hey, Kevin, where are you seeing Dream Theater? Let me know. Kevin's going to see him too. DW. So you have DW drums? Cool. Yeah, it is small in you. Okay, heard. All right, hold on a second. Bear with me, guys. We're going to make some, we are going to make some live adjustments because that's what I can do. I'm just going to crop that out and make this as big as possible. I didn't want to cover up my cool little sign. I know. Is that vanity talking there? Hopefully not. Hold on. Let's see if I make it a little bit bigger, and I'll scoot over. Can you guys read it any better now? Can you read the text at all? Let me know. Good. Dude, I'm so happy that Kevin and Alan, you guys are talking about drums. Love it. Because, talking drums is something that I've really wanted to do here. So the fact that you guys are awesome. Ian Hall, nice to hear from you. Even if you zoom, it's still a little bit fuzzy. Is it still fuzzy, Ian? Still kind of small? Let me know. Um, I want this to be functional. I want it to be legible. So, and I might just wait for your answer. I am actually monitoring this on my phone. Not the best place to tell. And of course, a lot of you might be reading it on your phone as well. Can you guys read it any more now, possibly? Hey, you helped me do tech support in real time. So let me know. By the way, I have 2 cups of iced tea today, so I came prepared. Okay, so Kevin, you're watching on a big TV. Cool. All right, so Alan, you're talking drums. Sweet. I take it you're a drummer as well. So Alan, you're from Southern Cal? And I'm just catching up, guys. So I know, Ian, you were the last to chime in about the size of the thing. So anyway, when are you guys? So yeah, okay. So Kevin, you're good. You can read it. Let me see. Let me see if I can make another adjustment real quick. Okay. I should just cover myself completely. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. Okay, yeah, you're on the smartphone. Heard, brother. Yeah, I got you, bro. Here, I'm gonna scoot this over. Make it a little bit bigger. And then scoot myself over. That's probably as good as I can do for now. And hopefully you can read it some. Okay, you're going to Grand Prairie? Okay, I got you, bro. So Kevin is also seeing Dream Theater. Is it around the same time? Because I'm seeing them next. I'm seeing on Valentine's Day. I'm seeing Dream Theater there. All right, cool. So Alan's on a tablet. Cool. Thank you, man. I'm excited to see Dream Theater. Here's what's great. I have never seen Mike Portnoy live. No. When I started seeing Dream Theater concerts, going to their tours, of course, it was Mike Mangini by that point. I just never, life didn't present me the opportunities. My friend Joel had seen Dream Theater for many years, before I did. But when I started seeing them, and I now have seen them 2 or 3 times, I got to meet them once and get the guys' autographs and stuff, and that was an amazing present from my friend Joel. But so my point is, I'm going to get to see Portnoy, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see Portnoy for the first time, never having seen him. And by the way, we got that core Dream Theater back, right? Of course, I count the Wizard among the core, right? Yeah, Jordan Rudess, because he's been there for ever since 20+ years now. Yeah, 25 years. When his first album was Scenes from Memory 2, I believe, right? By the way, isn't that a masterpiece? Scenes from Memory 2, Metropolis 2? My goodness. What a masterpiece. My mind was so blown when that came out. So blown. I love Metropolis 2, or Scenes from Memory. So good. And that was a real honor to get to see that live when they brought that out and toured just a couple of years ago, because I got to see Images and Words 25. I got to see the Scenes from Memory, and I got to see that twice. Once with my son and Joel in, I think, Austin, something like that. Yeah, I believe it was Austin. But then I brought my other son, Landon. We went to Memphis. We went to Graceland. And we saw Dream Theater at Graceland over in Memphis. And we got to see that. And what was so great is the one in Texas. It was Joel, myself, and my oldest son, Ethan. And we had our seats were so beautiful. We were 2 rows back. John could have spit on us if he wanted to. And the same for Memphis. We were that close. All right, because they do smaller venues, and we were standing or stood the whole time. But being so close to John on his side of the stage, Petrucci, and what's great is the massive speakers that were just blaring were they blasted by us. They were over to our right, if you will, because we're on this side of the stage. And therefore, we felt the bass from under the stage hitting us, but it didn't break our ears. So zero protection was needed. Zero ear protection. Okay, so you're seeing them the day after me, Kevin. Cool. All right, so you guys still talking drums. Awesome. All right, so yeah, so I'm seeing them on the 14th. And Kevin, you're seeing Dream Theater on the 15th. That's awesome. That's really cool, man. I'm stoked to see them again. Yeah, because these past few times seeing Dream Theater, being that close, was just mind bending, right? To be so close, I'm just watching John's fingers blaze over his fretboard. I mean, Petrucci's such a beast. Unfortunately, I had some distance between me and Jordan, but of course I could see him. But I got to see Mangini wasn't that far away. Of course, Mayung was just a little down. You know where they stand. But it's Petrucci. I love John Petrucci. He's so amazing. And he writes some amazing lyrics too. Some really potent, great lyrics. And a lot of them kind of dip their way into sci-fi and fantasy. I think he really loves that stuff too. And I love Petrucci's lyrics. So cool. All right, so you know what, guys? I just about now, yes, let's do it. In the mail today, surprise, surprise, I got a package, and it was a surprise. I had no idea. I did mention this recently, though, so you guys probably know where I'm going with this, all right? If you've seen any of my videos. But I completely forgot. I wasn't expecting it. And I have a feeling I know what's in here. So, if you recall, because I really kind of already do know what's in here, but it was a mystery box. It is a mystery box. So, check out this packing, by the way. All right, bonus thing. I did not ever order these. Rush socks. All right, a 3-pack of Rush R50 socks. Check that out, guys. They use it as packing material. So the story goes like this, because, I already, by the way, let me check out the packing. All right, outer box, they got socks for packing materials, all that cardboard, plus a secondary box. If you know where I'm going with this, you know how funny it is that they packed the living crap out of this thing. And they're probably thinking at the Backstage Club, like, he cannot get another one because he'll just talk about it on his camera, on his channel, another one. So, yeah, here we go. So 2 boxes in, all that packing, more packing material, bubble wrap, more packing material. It's like Fort Knox, man. This could be great. And how do we start this? We started talking about that concert down in Dallas back in, 94? We were talking about this. This is my counterpart's replacement mug. If you guys recall, back in my, when I did the unboxing of Neil Peart's Silver Surfers, the videos on my channel, yeah, lovely thing. This is how it arrived with 2 little pieces chipped out of it. And I said on air that to Rush Backstage Club, I said, hey, Rush Backstage Club, I need a new mug. I was kind of joking, right? Within a week or so, a guy from Backstage Club emails me directly, got my email, saw the video, and he said, hey, did you get a new mug yet? And I hadn't yet. And he said, yeah, I'm going to ship you one. How cool is that? Backstage Club taking care of people. And that means a lot to me. That's really great. So thank you. Thank you. Backstage Club with such a beautiful blue. I love it. It's such a pretty mug. And I like collecting mugs, as you probably can tell. I've got several around my office. But yeah, this is a replacement at Backstage Club. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for watching. And thank you for the new mug. We're good. All right, perfectly. It arrived perfectly, and I'm proud of you guys. Thank you for your great job. And Backstage Club and Rush, Geddy, Alex, thank you for the socks. I would never have ordered these myself. That's a good thing. I would never have ordered these myself. But the fact that you sent them is really cool. Because it's a true surprise. And oh, guys, check. Roll the Bone socks. And look at that. Established in 1974. Yeah. So really, these are perfect for me. Because again, that's when I was born. Yeah, and this one says, this is, what do we got here? Starman on here. And it says 24. And what does that say? Oh, that says 74 right there. And finally, Fly By Night socks. Look at that. Rush, established 1974. Cool. There you go. Rush socks. And you know what? Here, let's put Rush socks. There we go. I've got some socks in my mugs now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to make stuff up as I go. All right. So there you go, guys. My replacement mug. And I'm really excited to get it. Thank you, Backstage Club. Thank you for taking care of us. Let me check back in with the chat. Yeah, Alan, Kevin, you guys still talking drums? Nice. Yeah, it was broken earlier. Hey, come on. They took care of me. Yay. Yes. Thank you, Kevin. Awesome. Another Rush junkie. Oh, you bet. Cool socks, Eric. I've got all kinds of things racing through my mind right now. Like, do I put them on some? No, I mean, I'm not going to do any leg and foot modeling. No, at any point. But yeah, these are cool. And you know what? And I joked to my wife. I said I could take them out and do a sock puppet thing, but I'm not going to do that either. I have a feeling that would end horribly. So it's not easy to be funny. Like comedy work is very difficult. So therefore, I'm going to skip the little sock puppet show. Eric, I have not checked out Triumph for Sticks yet. Alan's asking, and hopefully you can see it on the screen. If I check that, not yet. Yeah, I've mentioned this before. I work at a steakhouse as a server. I've worked in restaurants most of my life. It's been my fallback job. And as you guys know, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, I lost my career in TV and film. And I've always had restaurant work to fall back on. It's getting more and more difficult, given my chronic pain, some of the neurological nerve stuff that I have arthritis in my neck. I've had open heart surgery just over a year ago. So I've got some physical things that make my days difficult. So when I go to work like I did last night, I had to close last night. So not only did I serve from like 4 till we closed at 9, I then had to vacuum the whole restaurant. That's what closing is. One person takes care of the front of house, where everyone sits, and the back of house is the kitchen area. So a person for each, a server for each, to make sure it's ready for the next day. I was front of house, so I had to vacuum, make sure all the tables were perfect, everything swept, everything mint condition, and then with my OCD, it was perfect. But it was great. But it kills me. Sorry, it destroys me physically. Yeah, I come home and I'm wasted. I'm in excruciating pain. I get migraines too because of the neck thing. And I know I won't belabor this fact, but I'm just telling you this is the point of my story. I'm blessed beyond measure to have this job. It's helped support my family for 2 years, but it destroys me physically. And the recovery time, a lot of times it takes me an entire day just to feel human again. And therefore, I can't do this forever. That's why the work here and you guys tuning in, supporting, and being part of this whole thing, it means that's what it means to me. If I can help support my family through this creative process and being able to have this channel, that's like, you know what the old adage, right? If you're doing something that you love, it's never work. It's something like that. And I love this. I was just asked last night by a friend of mine, Hayden. Him and I have actually collaborated. We did our JKL podcast. That's on my channel. I also have a 3-hour cooking video, a live stream cooking video that I'm going to be posting the after video. Like I have the recording of it. I just got that today, and I'm going to be editing that to release that to you guys. We made a pasta, and we made a salad. Anyway, we did live cooking for a couple of hours. So the point is, though, Hayden just asked me last night. He was at the restaurant while I was working, and he said he just couldn't believe it. He's like, "So you love this?" And I said, "Yeah, it's not work. I'm passionate. In fact, when I go and sit down maybe to watch 30 minutes of TV, I don't feel guilty, but I'm thinking I could be doing something right now. I could be in the office editing. I could be working in Photoshop. I could be on my laptop responding to comments and talking with you guys. My mind is always there, almost to obsession levels. But that's called love and passion. I love this and I'm passionate about it. It is a treat and it's an honor. And I thank you guys for being here for it. So that's what's up with that. And therefore, and I wonder who at the restaurant's watching right now, my days are limited at the restaurant. I can't sustain this forever. Okay, so I won't belabor that. No pun intended. But I'm just trying to tell you thank you. Okay? Because the physical toll is getting more and more. As I get older, the recovery time's even longer. And so thank you guys. That's all. Thank you. Checking in with what you're saying here. All right, so no, thank you, Alan. Thank you. My sister wrote earlier, Kara. And she, out of the blue, she just wrote me and said, "Hey, I'm thinking and I'm praying about you today." And the subtext of that was, "Are you okay?" And I wrote back and I said, "Hey, Kara, I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing great today. So well that I'm now talking with you, right? I have to feel pretty good to do this." And I said, "It's probably because you have been praying for me." So thank you, Kara. And thank you. Kara, if you're watching this, thank you. And I know Liam might still be watching this. Liam, your mom is amazing. Liam's my nephew. And she's always been amazing. My sister, Kara, is a spectacular woman. And get this. She has 7 children. Yeah. 6 boys. I can't fathom that. One of them has special needs. It makes, is a challenge. The kid's gone through a lot, and I'm proud of him for his spirit and bravery. But for any parent that has a child going through that, that's next level. That's difficult, and it's very difficult. But Kara and Will, and her husband, they're amazing people, and I'm very proud of them. And what's great is they have 6 boys and a little girl. Their last one's a little girl. She's an angelic little beauty. So anyway, an amazing little family over there, and I'm proud of my sister and Will and all of the kids. And Liam, you are turning out to be an amazing young man, and your girlfriend is awesome. So I'm just proud of you. Thank you for being part of my family, and it's an honor. But I told her, I said, I'm doing well probably because you're praying for me. So that's my sister. I do have one other sister. Oh, hold on. What do we got here? Really, Alan? That's not... So Alan wrote, and hopefully you can read it on screen. He's waiting to get a double hip replacement. Yeah, that's not easy. What surgery is? My dad just got one. Yeah. And my goodness, hearing about the details of how that's done kind of blew my mind. The fact that they'll actually... I don't want to freak anyone out, but they saw off the top of your hip, your is it a femur? Anyway, the leg bone, and then screw in a new ball joint. Alan, tell me if they're going to do something like this, but this is what my dad had done. And then that new ball joint can then be fitted into the socket of your hip, if you will. But my dad, after his recovery, He's like a bionic man now. He's doing fantastic. And Alan, I wish that for you, and you'll be in my prayers, man. Awesome. Yeah, meaning, yeah, you're gonna do well. I hope you're gonna do well, Alan. So thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Yep, there it is. Yes, off the top of the femur. Don't let it freak you out, because I've been through it. They've rebuilt my neck a couple times. I've got a bionic neck. And if you start thinking about the details of what those surgeons are doing while you're under, that'll start breaking your brain. So just know, trust. And you telling me this, I'm here for you. I'm going to be praying for you. So let me know when it is, all right? But thank you for sharing that, Alan. That's amazing, bro, that you shared it. You're welcome, Alan. You're welcome. Kevin, I am so Alan, yes, thrilled that you're here, but Kevin wasn't here last time. So, Kevin, thank you. Awesome that you're here. Man, anyway, I'm so glad you're here. And the fact that you guys are talking, because obviously, SoCal and Texas, and let me know real quick. That's right, Alan, I hear you. That's exactly right. That's when I say trust. That's it. Your last comment. Yeah. Did Alan and Kevin, did you know each other before? Probably not, but anyway. Thank you. Doing the best I can, like we all are, right? Doing the best I can. Yeah, I don't mean to belabor this because I've said it a few times, but I mean it. That these relationships, even though they're virtual, I feel you guys feel like friends to me, and therefore you are. And in the fact that we're sharing now into deep personal stuff is spectacular, right? We got a global thing going on here. I heard from Michael over across the pond. So, Michael, if you're watching this, sorry it's so late. I couldn't get to this until now, this time of night, this particular stream. It's kind of a mini stream to do, the unboxing of the new mug. But, Michael, you wrote me earlier today, I think, and said, hey, sorry I couldn't be there. Maybe next time. And I said, great, next time. And then what do? I had this launch when you were in bed again. So, Michael's over in England. As in Britain, not New England, but yeah, we got a global family going on here, and it's just so cool that in real time we're getting to do this exchange. So that's why I'm saying so awesome that Alan and Kevin, you are now doing a virtual handshake and so cool. And about drums, come on. Anyway, so I have not listened to Trying for Sticks yet. Been kind of busy, and you know what? That was that whole side thing about work. I brought it up. I'm glad to be back on track, because you never know me. I will, actually, you probably do know me. There's a million sidetracks. I brought up work because I've been busy, both doing that job, because I'm still doing it, and then recovering from it. So the leisure time has not been there, but I'm going to get to it. That's my point. I'm going to get to it. Yes. I consider you friend. Kevin saying, I consider you guys friends. Yeah, we have so much in common. Yeah, totally. Done. Alan, you're right. You're right. And hopefully you guys can read that. Last time I was reading everything back, but I'm really hoping that this serves as a recorded transcript of our conversation. And at least, anyway, so I hope that we can read enough. I know, on a big TV we can. So that's why I was so excited, because I told my wife before this, I said, I really want to get that chat window in there. Because last time, guys, by the way, I did save, like Alan, because you were a big part of our conversation for my first inaugural broadcast, that I'm like, oh my goodness, it's not saving it. Meaning it's not exactly, I wish they would take the chat and just throw that into the video that you can then replay on the channel. But it doesn't work like that. So I was able to actually copy. Well, there goes my light. By the way, it's not even on. See, making this up as we go. So I was able to copy all of that, or enough, maybe 2/3, whatever it let me do, and I have it in a Google Doc. So that way I can go back and reference it. But secondly, I did think possibly about I could save this stuff, our conversations into Google Docs and then have that available as a link if anyone ever wanted to access it. Not, maybe not, but anyway, just letting you know that's where I'm thinking I got to get it on screen. If it's on screen, it's recorded and we got it, and we don't exactly need a transcript. It's right there. So Sabbath and Found Rush. Yeah, the rest. Yeah, exactly. You got to start somewhere, right? I was the same way. I mean, I mentioned this last time that, by the way, if you recall last time, I know you will, Alan, and Kevin. Last time I'm like, you know what? I'm going to talk till my voice gives out, and then I ran out of iced tea. So I came prepared this time. I have multiple cups. I actually came prepared. Not that we're going to talk for 6 hours, but I came prepared. Yeah, I'm interested in that question too. Kevin said, Alan, you mind me asking you? Yeah, so okay. You guys have about 8 to 9 years on me. So, big brother category. I love it. Cool. And through the years, especially professionally, I've had partners, back when I worked in the whole career thing, my partners were always about 10 years older than me. In fact, throughout my life, I've had that. Because guess what? Growing up, I was born first, and then I have two sisters. Kara is 3 years younger than me, and then Amelia is 14 years younger than me. Meaning I have two sisters. I've never had a brother. Not like, right? However, friends through the years have served as brothers. Whether it be Nathan in high school, Joel in college, and now getting to know you guys in that kind of older brother kind of category. And age doesn't bloody matter. It doesn't matter, right? Once you hit adult age, it's all pretty much an even playing field. Yes, there's major gaps in intelligence among a lot of people, and levels of wisdom and experience and all that stuff. However, age doesn't matter. So forget, I don't mean to belabor the whole age thing. So it makes even more sense. Yeah, you guys are like completely in sync. Cool. So yeah, Sticks, Triumph, got it, work, talked about that. So Kevin, you said you have DW drums? Drumworks? Yes, Alan. And did I get the name right? It's Different Stooges, right? Guys, Alan has a tribute band called Different Stooges. So, Alan, is any of your stuff, your performances, whatever, is any of that available online? Anyway, let me know. And if it ever is, let me know. And and we'll make sure to share it. So, but Alan has a Rush tribute band called Different Stooges. Yeah, it is. Cool. And no, it doesn't. Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Yeah, age doesn't matter. Cool. So, anyway, what you can do is, at some point, for some of you guys or a lot of you guys, I have a dedicated web page on my site, and this page has my contact info. I guess if you dig deep enough in my channel, you'll find my email. Yeah, Drum Workshop. Thank you. Sorry. If you dig deep enough on my channel, you find my email. But heck, I'll tell it to you now. You can write me at Loudboy7K. Yeah, which is already my username and a couple other places anyway. Yeah, Loudboy7K at Gmail. All right, you want to email me? Go for it. Why not? I don't mind sharing that with you guys. That's cool. So. Yeah, no, it's DW. Yeah, Kevin's saying I haven't used the term drum mark. No, it's DW. So, remind me, what did Neil play? And let's talk later years. Was it DW? Because I think he used Remo heads, right? Of course, Sabian, his own line of cymbals, I believe. Of course I've heard of Eddie Brickell. She was married to Paul Simon for a while, right? Okay. Yeah. So any Oh, really? You have a DVD of her practice back in '06? Cool. Kevin, are you serious? Kevin played drums for Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Slingerland, yes. Yeah, yeah, as in Peart's drums. Now, that was like an early set, right? I don't think he still used Slingerland later. But, yeah, DW before he died. Okay, cool. But I think you're both right, right? Slingerland back in the day, and then definitely DW because he had contracts with them. He was one of the face of DW, the face of what? Did I get it right, Sabian? So, his own line, a Paragon line of cymbals. So, oh man, do I miss Neil? I know we could say that 5 times a day, right? That I miss that man. You know, few people. I mean, the only celebrity that meant that much, but few people in my life, whether they be celebrity category, the never met category, have meant that much to me. Those, the lyrics that we dined on for 40 years. Those lyrics, but then expanding that into his real world document, everything in books and blogs and everything. Point is, we knew him and we knew of him, but the things that he inspired me to read again for fun. School never did that. Our schools in Cape Cod were so bad that the coach that was running our English classes would put in, I don't know if it's To Kill a Mockingbird, he put a VHS tape into the player, press play, we'd watch To Kill a Mockingbird, and then he's like, okay, write a report. That's how amazing our English program was. And again, I'm not trying to dog Cape Cod. I don't know where they're at now, but I'm just telling you my experience. That's a fact. Therefore, in school doesn't teach you to love to read it. It's more like this mandatory thing that you have to do. Point is, when I discovered that, then I read all of The Hobbit, all of Lord of the Rings. I just started being all of the Harry Potter books, and on and on and on. I just read and read and read and read and read, and in it for fun. And then that expanded into Neil's books, of course. Ghost Rider many times, Clockwork Angels when it came out, Masked Rider, and the whole series. I've read all of Neil's books, traveling music, you name it, and the love of reading, the expanding of knowledge, the learning from wisdom, the experience through the eyes of written page of going somewhere, of traveling a certain wherever, like we went up near the Arctic Circle. I'm never going to go there, but when you get to read about it, you get to go there in so many ways. So anyway, Neil taught me that. Neil made me want to be a better writer. I said that I'll be a better writer. And therefore, not only lyrics, but with my novel and working on that. And, all these things that Neil taught me and inspired me. It's really been inspiration. And it's really deep. And therefore, he just meant so much to me, as I know he did many of you. So, okay, so Alan, DW, missed him a lot. Yeah, me too, man. So, and then changed to, oh, you played Tama for a while? Yeah, what was that, like 80s? Tama? Doesn't matter when, but yeah, he did. And then DW. Yep. There you go, Alan. Would you say that you learned volumes about, I assume drumming, right? About, from Neil? Because Alan, are you the drummer? I would assume so, given your conversation. But I haven't actually read that specifically. So, of course, I know Kevin, Mr. I played with Edie. But yes, deep thinker. Well said. Something that is drastically needed. Something that is drastically needed in the world today. It's deep thinking. Yes. All right. So anyway, yeah, because we can learn volumes about drumming just from emulating what he does. Now, that doesn't truly teach you everything about drumming. I'm not saying that. But even if it's a steering wheel or a desk and I'm tapping along, I'm learning those complicated rhythmic patterns and time signatures and syncopation and how to use, or how to, because I've practiced with my feet and my hands. There's no drums near me, right? But I'm practicing the kick drum and how that hi-hat works with my left foot. And of course, my left hand for the snare. And then whether I'm doing ride cymbal, all that's in my mind virtually. I'm imagining those things, of course, but I'm just tapping away on a surface, right? And which is so funny because that harkens back to, that's awesome, Alan. I'm proud of you, man. Hey, Kevin, thank you for being here. Thank you. Awesome to have you, bro. And I'm going to see you next time. Anyway, so glad you've been here, Kevin. Thank you. Have a good night, brother. Thank you, man. Because, to finish that thought, there you go. Which is a whole side topic right now. Alan wrote, self-taught by God and Peart. That's a whole side topic in that I believe that's where music comes from originally, right? And I mean, what other source can inspire such an amazing thing? And we know that he loves music. But on that final note, Neil, it's storied, and I believe he said it so. Like he would be on his bed in the earliest of days and arrange books and magazines as a virtual drum set, and that's how he practiced. I believe that's how it went. I've heard another version of that recently. You probably did too, of him playing along to similar things, in the radios nearby over here. And point is, he'd just play along to the radio. But you can learn a lot that way. You can learn, So anyway, so cool. Well, guys, I know one thing. My wife and I, we have a couple steaks. We're going to cook some asparagus, so I do need to go eat. Talk about insider baseball. It's been a pleasure being here, guys. Thank you for being here. Rush Backstage Club, thank you. Thank you for the brand new mug. It is awesome. Thank you, Rush. Thank you, Rush Backstage Club. And thank you for surprising me with some packing materials and as far as Rush socks. So crazy. But thank you for the extra gift. And for making that right. It wasn't your fault that it broke in shipping. But you replaced it anyway, and that means a lot to me. Thank you, Rush and Backstage Club. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Alan, everyone, Kevin, Liam, those are I've heard from. Thank you for being here. You can check out this video on my channel after the fact if you want to see the whole thing. I have tributes to Neil Peart, Alex Lifeson, and Geddy Lee on my channel. And see, I'm already losing my voice. It means a lot to me that you guys are here. All of your support. Thank you. I'm Eric, and I'm going to be catching up with comments soon. I've had a lot going on lately, and I'm seriously losing my voice now. But I'll be catching up with those comments soon. Oh, you're welcome, Joey. Thanks for chiming in. And so look for me in the comments section. I'm really behind right now, but I'm going to try to catch up soon. I promise. You guys mean the world to me. We're going to do another live show, like a proper one, in the near future. And I hope to see you then. Until next time, guys, have a good night. God bless. And take care. Bye-bye.